Greetings everyone and welcome to another training video. So today we will continue our VOR navigation training. So we are sitting on the helipad at Kitty Hawk Aerodrome and we will be flying to Wonderboom. And along the way we will be navigating to VOR station Zonderwater and then the Wonderboom VOR station. So I will put in the description the flight plan so that you know the frequencies and the course to the various to the two VOR stations we will be using, so that you can follow along while I will be doing the flight. I have all the information written here on paper, so I'm ready to go. So we won't be using ATIS in this training video, not for today at least. We might be using it another time. So the first thing, of course, is check if we have the altimeter set properly. So where we are, here we are. So we can just check here details. 1020. Okay, 1020 should give us 46, something like 46, 1020. 10. Oh, that 19 and that 20 kind of don't want to. Okay, I'll put it like this. That's the first thing. Second thing is, yep, we have more than enough fuel, and then we will set our radio. So here, the first VOR station is going to be Zonderwater at 114.3. I've already, as you can see, selected 114.3. You use those knobs and it is in nav 1. And I have also, as you can see here, as standby, the Wonderboom VOR station at 112.2. So once I reach the first VOR station, Zonderwater, I can just flip to the Wonderboom VOR station. And also let's set the course now. So first thing, I want to make sure that as you can see, this one is on VOR 2, it should be on VOR 1, that's what I'm looking for. And already, because it's within range, I already have the information to the VOR station, which corresponds to what I have, 11.6 nautical miles. If you look at the flight plan in the description, that's exactly the same. So we are in fact on the right station. Now not all helicopter has this bearing indicator. Like here, I could turn it off, on, I don't know, maybe I'll turn it off. Anyway, so as you saw in the description in the flight plan, the course is going to be 48. So I will choose a course of 48 like this. Once again, I wish it was click rather than drag, but anyway, that's the course, 48, and I will also be putting the heading at 48. Okay, so let's do a quick check. We have the altimeter set, we have enough fuel, we are not going to use ATIS or the radio, so we have both VOR frequencies input. So of course, if we have more than two VOR, once we flip this one, then we can change the other one and so on, or we can use the other nav to tune in. Okay, so we are ready to go. Should be okay. So let's get ourselves ready. So now, since we will be departing in that direction there, okay, as you can see here, 48048. What I will do, I will just, take off from that taxiway right here. Okay, so needles, okay. We are actually on a helipad. the other helipad is there, but it's a very small helipad. So let me just send my view, and we are ready for the flight. One thing, yeah, I'm on SAS. When manual flying, I like to put it on SAS, and by the way, it's on the most realistic setting. Just a harbor taxi to this taxiway here. Power check done, and it's okay, no issue, leaders and all. So ready for departure. There we go. I'm not really increasing the collective here or raising the collective. I'm just letting the helicopter pick airspeed. There we go. So no need to raise the collective. I'll let it fly at around 60-70 knots, and I'm already turning. I'm still manually flying. Turning to a heading of 048. Let the helicopter pick some altitude first before engaging the autopilot. Now some people might prefer to switch the autopilot as soon as possible. I'm just manually flying a little bit, and now I'm ready to switch to autopilot. So ATT, now it will hold the current altitude and airspeed. And since it's already, properly set, I can just switch to nav directly. Now let's take care of the airspeed. So airspeed I will put 80. And as you saw in the description, we will be flying at an altitude of 7,000 PS, and so exactly the same thing we did in the previous training when we were introduced to VOR navigation, except that here we are pre-selecting the course and flying. And I don't know if I can show you, it will be possible on the map. Let's do this. Is it possible? Yes, it is. Yeah, as you can see, we are flying towards the Zonderwater VOR CZV. Okay, so I did the flight planning in Little Nav map, by the way, and I'm just using it in the simulator here. So yeah, that's more or less it. So maybe I'll lock that view here, maybe a little bit more so that you can see, because we are on autopilot anyway. Hopefully you will be able to see here the distance. I know it's small, and I'm not, it's not about flashy graphics and all. This channel is not about flashy graphics and all. It's more about skills and that kind of thing. Not really aiming for 1 million subscribers and not being able to fly properly. Hint. Anyway, so there it is. Okay, slowly, surely reaching our destination. Now I won't wait until it's at 0 nautical miles. A little bit sooner, and as you can see here now, it's on capture. So we are reaching our altitude of 7,000. Okay, so when we reach around 1 nautical mile, I will swap to the next station. But before, that's why I have the heading bug here. Before swapping, I will first fly the autopilot heading mode. Okay, not the nav mode like it's doing here. Heading mode, so that it keeps going in that direction. That's why I do it a little bit earlier, and then I can swap the frequency for the Wonderboom VOR station and then I can select the course, then select the nav mode again. You will see how it's done once we reach the proper distance. So yeah, for long distance flight, of course autopilot really helps, but I was saying in the previous video, or a few videos ago, maybe the first video when we started our instrument training, if you really want to become a good helicopter pilot, you need to be able to do everything without autopilot, and that's what we did in the basic, intermediate and advanced training. And only then you can, do those instrument flying thing, autopilot and all, because if unfortunately some people jump directly to easy to control helicopters, autopilot and all, you will never become a good helicopter sim pilot this way. So you're lucky you have all the information required for free on my channel. Basic, intermediate and advanced training are complete. Just go and do them one by one. Don't skip session 1 first, understand how it works, then session 2, become proficient in it, and then session 3, and so on. So here I could increase the airspeed. Actually I had to increase the airspeed, so let's put it to 180 so that we can reach our destination sooner. Let's leave it here because it does not change anything. So we can see 3.5 nautical miles now. And remember, in this helicopter it needs to be in ATT mode here. For sure you will figure out how to do it on your helicopter. That's something I wanted to check, since we don't have that green needle. Yeah, good. Because most helicopters will be like this. You don't have that bearing. Some have, this one has. Anyway, just in case. So now 2 nautical miles. Honestly, I can already start to prepare myself, but let's wait around 1 nautical mile, because it does not take that much, because we have already pre-selected. In case you did not already select the next station, while we are on 114.3, the next VOR frequency is 112.0. If it was not at 112.0, what you do is this 112.20. There you go. And then sorry, usually I don't zoom and do all that thing. There it is, 1 nautical mile. So I will switch to heading, so it's not using that needle here, it's using the heading bug. So what I will do is here I will swap. There it is. Okay, I have swapped, and the course is 296. So I will first select the course. I really prefer the clicking than the dragging. 296, and then I can select nav back. Now it will be flying towards the Wonderboom VOR, and this time we have chosen the course 296, and once again I will put my heading bug to 296. As you can see, the path deviator here will need to fly to capture it, as you will be able to see here, and the distance 17.5. Okay, let's see how it's doing that. Okay, it's not directly flying because it's not on 296 yet. So it will first capture that deviation bar, needs to be aligned with the needle, and then it will turn. And it's not the heading bug actually, I can remove it. It's really, because it's on nav, it's really that needle that it's capturing. Okay, as you can see here maybe. Anyway, you can see a little bit of scenery here. I want you to also see those information. There we go. And we will let it do its thing, and then we will talk about the descent, because the altitude of the airport we are heading towards is 4,100. I want to descend to traffic pattern altitude, which will be 4,600, and we will use the 3-to-1 rule. That is, it requires 3 nautical miles to descend 1,000 feet. We are cruising at 7,000 feet, so to descend to 2,400 feet, so to it means that it will be 4600. So okay, 4600. I was reading my information wrong. We are at 7,000 feet. We need to descend to 4,600. It gives us a total of 2,400 feet. So if we divide this by 3, we have 8. So we will have to descend at 8 nautical miles. Start our descent at 8 nautical miles. But just to be on the safe side, I will start to descend at around 9 nautical miles. I sometimes might even do it at around 10 nautical miles, because here we are not doing the VOR DME approach thing. We are just using the VOR to get to the airport. And here, as you can see, it has already aligned the deviation path with the needle, so now it's flying towards it. And there will be some slight deviation because of the wind, so it was not the heading that it was tracking actually, but I will put my heading bug here just in case. So now everything we are going to monitor is when we reach, like I said, usually we should be descending once we reach 8 nautical miles. So here I am on knots. I will decrease the airspeed to 80 knots and already prepare the helicopter to descend to 4,600. So we already saw how to operate the pilot, and now we are at 9.9. Like I said, at around 9 nautical miles, that's when I will start my descent until I see the airport, because it's not ILS approach, no, it's just navigation. So I'm already around 9 nautical miles here, so yeah, there you go. So BS, and there we go. That's it. Now we are descending towards Wonderboom Airport, and as soon as we have a visual, we can consider the instrument navigation part to be done, and then we will continue. Usually I don't zoom and that kind of thing, but here, because I'm making tutorials and all, and yeah, if I zoom I can already see the airport. But when I'm really not making training videos, but when I'm really flying, I don't use the zoom. I wait until I see the airport. And here it's not like instrument meteorological condition and all. It's just so that you can see and learn better how to operate various instruments. And as I said here, today it's VOR navigation. Of course we will do ILS and all that thing. So slowly we're descending. Here 800 feet per minute, 80 knots. We'll try to get as close to the airport as possible, because if it was low visibility, you wouldn't be seeing the airport until you get quite close, and in some cases you have to be very close. That's why you use the ILS and all. So now technically I could switch to manual because I can see the airport, but we will just wait to get a little bit closer. So now you know how to go from one point to another using VORs. So it's still at 5,400. We are descending at 4,600 traffic pattern altitude. Now something, since we are not using ATIS, should have done it before 10:19. Okay, because we set it for Kitty Hawk, but there you go. Usually you will use ATIS and all. There we go. I can see the airport. Because we are not aligned with the runway. Remember, it's not ILS and all. We are just heading towards the, as you can see here, towards the VOR station. That's the VOR station. That. Okay, so what I will do is I will disconnect the autopilot, and I will switch to flying the helicopter manually. So and once again I like to now, because the aerial helicopter, of course, everything, how to say this, everything will be kind of the collective will be exactly where it is, but here, because when controlling the airspeed with the autopilot, it moves the air collective in the how to say this, in the helicopter, but not your actual collective. So that's why there are those you know, weird things when you disconnect the autopilot. But anyway, as you can see here, I'm not going to land on the runway because I'm a helicopter. I know where the helipad is. It's just you know, to align with the runway, and we will overfly the runway and hover taxi to the helipad, where we will be actually landing. One of the advantages of flying helicopters. As you can see, our descent was pretty good because we are on the glide path, but I'm not really focusing on the glide path, to be honest, because I'm not going to touch down on the runway like I said. So of course, if I was touching down or landing on the runway, I would have lowered myself much more, but here I'm gonna overfly the runway. Of course, with ATIS instruction and all, you would do what ATIS tells you. Usually you can even approach taxiway instead of the runway. So here I'm just gonna air taxi to the helipad, and I can even leave the runway now. Maybe that part I'm not following real life instructions, but like I said, you could be landing directly on the helipad or on the taxiway. But here, just to show you that it's not a precision approach, it was not even an approach, I was just using the VOR to reach the airport. And as you can see, we did not get lost, we had the correct information and all the data and all. And helipad here. Yep, that's why we kind of use the instruments, just to be able to reach our destination. Which we have. There we go. Remember, it's on the most realistic setting, so that's why I might be struggling a little bit. There we go. Slowly and gradually lower the collective. There we are. On the helipad at Wonderboom. So this is how you go from one place to another using VOR navigation. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in another training video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.